Hello and welcome to UC Today. I'm Tom Wright and I'm delighted to be joined by Matt from Soprano Design. Thanks for being with us today, Matt.
Thanks, Tom. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you. And we're going to be talking about Omnichannel today. But to start with, I wonder if you could just talk us through some of the biggest challenges that you're seeing organizations face when it comes to customer service.
Yeah, so thanks for the question. I think the biggest challenges they're facing is how companies interact with those customers. So how they go about talking to them on the platform that best meets those customer requirements. As we see in the marketplace today, there's lots of different ways to communicate with people, whether it be email, phone, any types of messaging solutions. And the real challenge is not just about customer experience, it's actually about every department from internal relationships, marketing, sales, how we engage with those customers and potential customers in the best way for them and the way that they're most comfortable with. I think the challenge of sticking to one medium is that customers out there and potential customers, that may not be the medium that they're most comfortable with. It might not be the medium that they want to talk about. And therefore, as a business, you need to be incredibly flexible on the approach you take to your customers.
So as you said, this covers quite a broad area in terms of communications. There's a lot to think about, and this is where Omnichannel comes in, which is going to be the core of our conversation today. I wonder if you could sort of set the scene and talk us through how Omnichannel can help address those challenges.
Yeah, for sure. So Omnichannel is very much about having an integrated platform that has the ability to engage on a number of different routes to a conversation. Whether that, as I touched on before, whether it be email, whether it be WhatsApp, whether it be telephone calls, and it's about having the one platform that can manage all those different channels to your customer base, ensuring that you're listening to what your customers say and how they want to engage, and you talk to them in the best way that they recognize for them fits with how they want to engage with you.
So that's a lot of channels that we could be talking about managing here. And I guess there's lots of different areas that we could go into and discuss. But a really important one at the moment is security and fraud. So I wonder if you could talk through some of the threats that people can face here and how you at Soprano Design are helping them combat these.
Yeah, for sure. So firstly, the real benefit of a company like Soprano Design is we're a tier one operator. And what that means is that we work directly with the mobile network operators. So by doing that, the mobile network operators trust us and they utilize us. And that takes away any other routes that may not be the best way to get to market. So that's the real first place of it. The second place of it is that we need to be at the forefront and as proactive as we can into the threats that they come. The threats are coming fast, they're coming quick, and they're coming very much in different ways. So if you look at it from an SMS point of view, which is quite prevalent in the news and the marketplace at the moment, we look at how we protect our customers. So it might be down to, look, you've got a URL within that messaging that will recognize that URL and we're sure that that's a whitelisted. And when I mean whitelisted, it's protected, controlled website that is being used within the SMS that is being sent, which ultimately protects the consumer when they click on that link. We also look at ways to manage traffic, and that's a way of really protecting our customers. So we ensure that as a tier one operator, the traffic goes through all the legitimate routes to market. The second thing that we really look at is how we ensure that a customer is not facing fraudulent messaging by looking at the traffic, looking at the quality of the traffic, looking at the what's involved in that traffic, what that SMS as an example is saying, and we put in keywords just to make sure that we protect the amount of messaging that's going out, and then we look for peaks and troughs. So what we're looking for is we have a real run rate of traffic across our platform, and we look for if something goes from normally sending 1 million messages to sending 5 million messages, we'll look to pick that up pretty quickly to understand what that messaging is, block it as best we can, and then go back to the business to see if it's legitimate traffic. And that way we're looking to really protect our customers, but also their customers from any illicit attacks.
So we've covered a lot of the features and benefits of Omnichannel. It would be great if you could give us some examples or use cases of where you're seeing it be particularly effective at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. So the first thing, it's about ensuring that we have meaningful and contextual conversations. So that means it's those relevant conversations at the right time for that right engagement. So that could be a situation where you're an internal employee and you want to look at what your policies are. It's how you, over a chatbot or a conversational AI product, you start to ask questions of what the policies are. That policies could be for leave, it could be for HR, and you start to understand it. And we're seeing a lot of growth in how internal stakeholders or internal employees are absolutely managing their conversations in large organizations. Other things we see is how, people start to give you a really brilliant user experience. I use me as an example. So, I'm a runner. I do like to run. So, I use a particular running shoe brand. So let's say that I need to, I'm interested in buying some new running shoes. So what I do is I go onto the website of that brand and I look at their opening hours. Now, I can't easily find it on the website. So I start to look at, okay, let's ask them some questions on their chatbot. So I start asking some questions about what their opening hours. They then recognize that it's me, and we start a conversation saying, hey, Matt, how you doing? I see you're in the market to, for some running shoes. It's been about 400 or 500K since you last used some running shoes. We know that you like this particular model. How about you come down to the store between 12 and 1, and we'll have these running shoes available. Now that's brilliant customer experience for me. However, during that process of having that conversation, I've realized that I need to get to the office. So that conversation has started on a laptop, and then it's seamlessly moved to my mobile device so that I can continue the conversation as we go over different platforms. And that to me would be a brilliant customer experience, and that's how Omnichannel can really come to life for someone like me by providing a consistent conversation over multiple platforms, using ultimately the platform that I choose to use in communicating to me the way I want to be communicated to.
The personalization of the communication between the customer and the organization as well, that's important.
Yeah, look, people want to be spoken to as people. They don't want generic conversations. So the more that can be bespoke for me, the better it is for my experience and how I engage. And you do see a lot of it in preference settings, etc. But ultimately, it comes back down to how me as a consumer want to be spoken to on what platform. That might be on my laptop as we're talking to today. It might be over a WhatsApp two-way conversation as I'm in the Uber going into the office. And the omni-channel experience is how we use different platforms to be able to deliver to the customers and our customers' the best experience for them.
Absolutely. Matt, we've covered a lot in this conversation. It's definitely an exciting time for the technology. Just to finish, I'd like to put you on the spot a little bit. I wonder if you could give us some clues about what we can expect to see from Soprano Design in terms of omnichannel over the next few months or so.
Yeah, for sure. So I think it comes down to what I've ultimately been talking about, and that is the meaningful and contextual conversations at the right time on the right platform. So what you will absolutely see in the future is those platforms evolving and being able to deliver different conversations, whether it be SMS, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, which are all available to now, but being able to bring them together to deliver the best customer experience that is possible. And it's that real omni-channel impact that we see. I see it with my bank in Singapore, is they used to talk to me primarily on SMS. They wrote to me recently and said, you're a valued customer. How would you like to be engaged with? And I chose WhatsApp. So now they talk to me on a WhatsApp conversation, which is a platform at the moment that I'm very much used to and I'm very much enjoying. Who knows what the next platform is going to be? But as a business, we absolutely need to be on the forefront of looking for those platforms, but making sure that we're communicating with the customers at the right time using the right technology.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to have this conversation in a year's time to see what that next platform is. But Matt, in the meantime, it's been great talking to you.
Tom, look, thank you very much for your time. It's always a privilege.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. And thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and a share on social media, and we'll see you next time.